Hello and welcome to Life Happens with Bahati Joyce, where we take life head on and make it happen, bringing you the best of Africa always. Today, I have a very inspirational guest. I mean, okay, we always say that, but this one is truly inspirational. We have Patrick Katemba, who is, he's an athlete, he's a long distance runner, he's also a coach and so much more. He's gonna tell us a bit about himself and his record-breaking, I mean insane record-breaking journey. Very welcome, Patrick Katemba. It's good to have you. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you, madam. Nice to have you here today.
So I want to know more about your experience with running and what exactly it is that you do.
I do learning, and that's why I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I do learning, but my learning is different from the learning most of people do.
Okay.
I learn extra long miles. Learning and the miles we learn of different categories. There is the short miles or short runs. There is the long miles and there is the ultra long miles. Now what I do is ultra long miles.
Wow.
I learn ultra miles.
And how do you categorize now the short, long, and then the ultra long miles? What's the cutoff?
Of course, they are characterized by the length.
Okay.
Any mile or any mileage, yes, below 21 kilometer is short mile.
Okay.
Or short run. And any running which is between 21.1 kilometers and 42.2 kilometers, we call them long run or long miles. But any mile which is beyond 42, then that is ultra.
Wow.
And that's what we do.
I'm scared to even ask how many miles you run.
Of course, you will get to know. I learn extra miles.
Extra
like
miles.
Okay,
Okay, like if you were to estimate about how many miles can you run?
Of course, for the time being, the standing record of my longest is 185 kilometers.
What?
185 kilometers. Yes.
Yani tukikadiria, that's from where to where?
And of course, it's the longest mile.
Yeah.
I don't think if here in Tanzania there is anyone ever done that kind of mile.
I've never seen.
I learned it from Ubungo to Morogoro, from Ubungo.
Dar es Salaam here.
The last place Ubungo in Dar es Salaam to Msamv in Morogoro, 185 kilometers. And ask me only how much time?
How long?
Only 18 hours.
That is insane. I have never heard of anything like that. And it was non-stop. So from Ubungo, you're running from Ubungo, the lights, up until Morogoro, which, by the way, is a totally different region.
Of course.
Outside of Dar es Salaam.
Outside of Dar es Salaam.
Non-stop. Yes. You run non-stop.
Non-stop. What do you expect? If you stop, do you think you are going to make it? You won't.
You will make it. You get tired.
You get tired.
But
you
how?
get despaired. You get whatever. So you see, you just compose your spirit that I'm going to make it. Then you make it.
I want to know the secret. The people who are watching this and maybe they're aspiring runners.
Yes.
And they're asking themselves, what inspired you or what kept you going for 18 hours straight, non-stop running Dar to Morogoro?
Learning is my hobby. And of course, some people may find it so distinctive. Of course, it's distinctive.
Very.
But you don't expect you will start today and you are able to make it 185 kilometers. No, it takes time. You have to start somewhere. You grow, you become. I started like most of the learners are doing. You start small. I was learning short miles as some others are doing. Then I pushed myself according to what I wanted to achieve. And of course, I've achieved it.
So you hold the record of the longest distance run in Tanzania?
Of course.
Wow.
That's the longest in Tanzania, presently.
Wow, that is truly something. And let me say this maybe for people who are aspiring runners.
Yes.
Like I myself, I'm an athlete.
Yes.
Maybe I'm not to your levels. But I was an athlete. I did sports and athletics for a very long time.
Yes.
However, I stopped because of a very serious injury.
Yes.
So what do you have to say for someone like me? Okay, I'm an aspiring athlete. Maybe I'll get back into running.
Of course.
What can you advise?
For those who have been in running, but sometimes they got back because of reasons, maybe injuries, or they missed up time to get back because of they were busy with their duties and whatever. There are those who are even beginners who want to begin.
Yes.
So there are different categories. For those who had injuries, for example, like you,
yes,
it depends on the type of injury you had.
Okay.
Of course, if it's a medical injury, you have to get a consultation from the medical doctors. And of course, a doctor will direct you what was the injury, the consequences associated with your injury, and whether you are able to get back to running or you can change it to do some other sports. But if a doctor directs you that you can proceed with running, of course, you will have to tell your coach, your athlete coach, that I had an injury, this type of, this and this, and this is what the doctor stated to me. Maybe getting back, running short miles or start slow. Then, as time goes, I may increase mileages, but I have to strengthen on some areas or whatever. So your coach, of course, is the specialist, knows well. So after you tell him or her, will know the better way to take you till you get back.
Right. I think I need to sign up for a coach. So, okay, before we get into, because I know you are a coach.
I'm a coach too.
So I'm throwing it out there. Before we get into your coaching, maybe for those who they're not coming from a background of athletics like myself, but they want to get into running. They want to get into sports, fitness. But they're beginners, and some people are discouraged. Maybe they feel a bit lazy to start. They feel I'm not. What do you have to say for people like that?
For those who feel learning, you are warm. First of all, you are warmly welcome to the learning. It's a very interesting sport.
Yeah.
It's good. Of course, you learn against your targets. But if you are a beginner, if you are somebody who want to begin learning, of course, there are some conditions or some aspects you have to know. Because if you don't follow a proper channel, you may end up injuring yourself, and you won't be able to make even learning. You will get back to where you were, and of course, you will be lost.
Yeah, and these days, what wanakurupuka, it's a trend, you know. Yes. Everybody, I see that, you know, now everybody is running, joining this, joining that club, being here. It's a good thing. I think it's a very good thing.
It's a good thing.
Because before we were not, people are not taking health and wellness very seriously.
Yes.
So what do you think now is driving a lot of people to start running? It's such a big thing in Tanzania. Running, cycling, people are doing exercises. What do you have to say about that?
First of all, we have to congratulate them.
Yes,
it's a good thing. That if many people engage in sports, be it learning, swimming, whatever, it's a good thing. We are building up a nation with the health people. So the first thing that is pushing people to engage themselves in sports, be it learning or whatever, a need for a healthy body.
Okay.
So many diseases now. The heart, the kidney, the pressure, the whatever, sugar, excess sugar in their bodies. So people are now seeing that if they don't practice, they are in a risk.
Right.
So they are trying to get into sports so as they can minimize the risks associated with the diseases, lifestyle diseases.
Yes, and that's what we're looking at now. Non-communicable diseases have been on the rise. And I also have a passion for this in terms of health and wellness. I'm a health and wellness enthusiast. And I realized that now life has transitioned. You know, before we were dealing with infectious diseases. But now science and technology improved. Now people are living longer lives. Life expectancy is longer. Now we're dealing with lifestyle diseases. Now for those people who are watching, maybe they are either older of age or they have one of those lifestyle diseases. Can they still be a part of this? They said, now I want to live a healthy life. How do I do it?
It's totally independent of the age you are.
Okay.
Anyone who fear can do be it learning or some other simple sports, irrespective of the ages you are, you can do it.
Wow, okay.
Only what you need to get proper directions and instructions on how to go with that kind of sport you're about to do.
Wow, that's beautiful. So just to close up, we're going to go for a quick break. But before we go for the break, you've talked about, you know, inspiring, let's say, people like myself who are coming back from a background of sports. Yes. We got an injury and you were explaining how we can get back. Yes. People who are just beginners cannot run or think they cannot run. And then people maybe who see themselves older of age and or struggling with diseases and all that. The biggest thing I've heard you say throughout all of this, coaching.
Yes.
And I understand you're a coach.
I'm a coach too. I'm a coach, yes.
Okay, so we're going to go on a break. When we come back, I want you to tell us more about your coaching and explain to people what exactly is coaching when it comes to sports. Thank you for watching Life Happens with Bahati Joyce. We're being inspired with health and fitness, sports, and all of that here today with Patrick Katemba. Stay tuned with us. Welcome back to Life Happens with Bahati Joyce. Today we're being inspired on health and fitness with Patrick Katemba, who, by the way, holds the longest record of the most miles run in Tanzania. It's absolutely insane. So, Mr. Patrick.
Yes, madam.
You say that you're a coach.
I'm a coach, yes.
What do you coach? Athletics coach.
I'm an athletics coach.
What
yes.
do you coach, or what exactly do you do? And also, I understand you're coming from a running club. So tell us about your coaching and tell us about your running club.
I'm a coach, of course, certified by the World Athletics Association, called the IAAF. I went for coaching course. I did the coaching. I was certified. I'm now doing coaching on the athletics side. Of course, I do some other sports, and it's not part of this, but I do coaching in athletics. I'm coming from the club, Global Lost Runners, famously known as GRR.
GRR.
That's where
I've heard of you guys.
Yeah, that's where I belong. We do coaching to learners.
Okay, specifically?
Almost all learners.
Okay.
As for me, I'm almost coaching the whole of Tanzania.
What?
The whole of Tanzania. I'm on almost all learners groups in Tanzania.
Wait, you are in almost every running group in Tanzania?
Yes.
And you coach these
I coach
different
them.
runners?
Of course. What we do, we are doing it for the nation benefits, for the national interest. We wish we should have our own records as a country. Now who is to make them?
Okay.
It's we coaches. We have to do it to our learners. That we lead them, we make them become competitive learners with good records, which can carry a country to a level.
International,
of course. Learning is an employment.
Okay. People get paid for that. We forget that people get paid for athletics.
Of course, the country will get money.
Yeah.
So we have to do it. We are obliged to do it.
Wow. So
I've got an obligation.
I mean, that's so profound. Okay, first of all, I think we need to do this whole reintroduction because clearly, I mean, you're somebody very big. And the future is very bright in relation to how you're transforming Tanzania. I really respect that
it's my obligation.
so much. It's so inspirational what you're doing. As I like the way you put it. You are coaching Tanzania.
Of course.
On every running platform.
And to tell you one thing, I do it for free.
What?
I do it for free. For those who are in my club and for those who are in other clubs, I do it for free. I even use my own money going there up country, regions, to meet learners over there, to coach them, to direct the better way to do it, what it takes it to be.
What's your dream, Coach Katemba? What do you want to get out of it?
I know Of course, I'm a believer. I believe in God. Whatever I'm giving is going to get back to me.
Wow.
That's what I'm doing.
Right.
I spend my money. It's not that I'm rich, or of course I'm somebody who is needing more.
Yes.
But I use the little I get to have others even meet their goals. I wish as a country, as Tanzanians, a country like Tanzania, to have its own learners.
Yes.
Record breaking.
Runners.
We have to take our learners internationally.
And on the aspect of now representing the nation, let's say you were given the opportunity, and what do you think is the importance of sports in representing Tanzania?
Of course, or be it a team, be it one person, whoever goes out of the country for sports activities, first of all, carries the national flag.
Right. It's true.
Carries the national flag. Yeah. Now, it is fancy whether you succeed or whatever happens. But once you are there, you are representing a nation. You are a figure.
Wow.
And of course, as I've tried to tell you, we don't need 100 athletes. We just need 1, 2, 3 who can represent a nation. And of course, they are going to be inspiration to others.
Right.
And through them, we are likely to make more and more. And what happened then? Most of those jobless guys, but who are talented, are going to join a field.
In Tanzania, we haven't really seen athleticism or this kind of running or sports. I don't know. Has it been given enough push and resources, or is it that people are just doing it for fun?
For the time being, there is no significant investment made, be it from privates or from the government on the learning of athletics. You see, it's time now we raise up.
Right.
It's time now we see the opportunity which is in.
Right.
It's time now we see that those talented guys who are doing nothing lost there can be brought up to a big platform where they can represent a nation, where they can make their lives through learning.
Wow. Oh, beautiful. You're inspiring me as someone who loves sports. I've always been naturally talented in sports.
Yes.
Now, in the aspect of, let's say, people who want to now know the skills and know-hows about running. You said you coach running. I go by road runners. Tell us a bit about maybe what tips can you give us when it comes to running and exercise?
As a coach,
yes,
I've got skills.
Okay.
I got skills. And of course, it depends on the stage of the learner.
Okay.
If you are a learner, there are those beginners, there are the intermediate, there are the sub-elites and the elites.
Okay.
So the coach knows well where to position one and what are the needs for this to move from one level to the other, to perform, to have a good performance for beginners, how to take off from not practicing to when you can get to a certain level. So it depends. It depends on the level. But I know, if you are a beginner, you are warmly welcome.
To join the club.
To join the club.
I'm going to sign me up. I'm going to sign up.
To join the learning.
To join the running.
To join the learning.
But it seems like you people are like within the groups. I hear you're coaching within the group. So there are some things you give within the groups.
Of course, for, as I've said, I coach the whole of Tanzania.
Okay.
The whole of Tanzania. But within my club, that is the Global Lost Learners,
yes,
we have, it's a member-owned club.
Member only, okay.
Member-owned club. So there are the registered members groups.
Okay.
We share a lot more than what can be given to other clubs.
Okay.
And of course, we convene, we meet one another. You are free to come to me, even calling me if you are somebody in an area where I can get to you. I come directly to face you to see what are your challenges, what are the whatever that you are facing. Then I advise you physically.
And you're doing all this for free. You told me you're doing
For
this
free.
for free. This is mad.
Even
I've
if
never heard of anything like this.
We sometimes have to learn together.
Yeah.
I see your weaknesses and know the better way to advise you and all of that.
So you can run with someone and coach
that
them.
I've been doing this, not only in Dar es Salaam, but
Yes.
even in upcountry regions.
Wow.
I go there for free.
Wow.
With my own money.
Wow.
But all for the sake of Tanzania.
Wow. And do you identify these people and say, yes, this one is a potential. I could train this one to reach somewhere?
Of course. We have got applications, apps, learning apps.
Okay.
So we are through those records somebody is making, you are able to analyze and see the potential within somebody.
Right.
It may be performing low, but you see that this can make somebody.
Very nice. Okay, before we go on our next break, mimi bado nataka hizo tips. Give me one or two. I want to get back into running. Like I said, people these days, they just get up and start running as a trend.
Yes.
Give me one or two skills someone should be aware of when they want to start doing running.
Of course, it depends, but you have been learning maybe.
Yes.
You took a break and you are about to come back.
Yes.
Or you never even practiced the learning. You want to start. There are different things. But for beginners, what are your weights? How heavy are you? You want to learn. How much? What your status, cardio status?
Okay.
The heart. What are the medical problems maybe you are facing?
Right.
Have to know those.
Oh, you look at all these things.
Yes, before I instruct you to go learning or whatever, have to know in detail every aspect that concerns with your health, so that I can know the better way to advise you and to take you to where you want to meet your targets.
Amazing. So when we come back from the break, we're going to go on a break, but when we come back, I want us to touch on the aspect of health and wellness, especially during this time. You know, it's become a hot topic.
Yes.
I'm with someone here who is coaching Tanzania. He has the record-breaking running distance. I don't even know what to call it. The longest miles run in Tanzania. We're here with Patrick Katemba, and he's inspiring us on fitness and wellness. Stay tuned with us. Welcome back to Life Happens with Bahati Joyce. Today, I am being blown away by Coach Patrick Katemba, who has the longest record of running, the longest miles in Tanzania. So we were just talking about health and fitness and how that has become so important.
Yeah, of course.
Can you tell us a bit more about the fitness lifestyle? Because now we say that people are dealing with a lot of communicable diseases, especially during this time that we've gone through a pandemic globally.
Yeah, of course.
How can people adapt and change their lifestyle?
What you are advised to do, first of all, is a sport you think you love.
Okay.
And the one you think you can make, not that everybody can make, can get engaged in every sport. Not possible. Of course, if it is something you love, you are going to make it better than if you are comparing yourself to that kind of sport. So, as we are facing risks with our health, non-communicable diseases and the lifestyles, it's better now. I would argue everybody get engaged or get involved in something that helps you to be in a fitness status.
Okay, say someone now wants to make it a lifestyle. You, as a coach, you live this kind of lifestyle. Give us some tips on how do I make this fitness lifestyle. What is the fitness lifestyle?
It's a package. Inside it, the time you sleep. Some people are not even sleeping at night. You find them spending the whole night awake doing something not beneficial, chatting
yes.
On the internet, see some drinking on bars or whatever. A healthy life needs a man to sleep not less than 6 hours a day. So if you are sleeping less than 6 hours, it's not healthy. Take a rest, have a rest, have some time, not necessarily that they should be long hours. Practically, for a healthy life, do training for at least 30 minutes a day.
30 minutes a day of training.
Yes, it's enough.
Okay.
Irrespective of what kind of sport you are doing. But 30 minutes a day is enough. But a diet.
That's very important. Yes.
Healthy diet. We emphasize more on healthy diet. Eat well. Have a good healthy plate, yeah?
Okay.
Your plate should be a healthy one. The grains, the vegetables,
right. Fruit and all that,
fruits.
Having a balanced diet.
Yes.
So exercise?
Avoid junk foods.
Avoid junk food.
Avoid junk foods, industrial foods and whatever.
Okay.
Avoid them.
Right.
If you are in a situation you are compelled to use them, yes, but not that much.
Okay. Minimize. So we've heard fitness lifestyle. Eat properly, do exercise at least 30 minutes. Rest.
Yes.
Those are very, very, very important. Basic
very
fitness and health and wellness lifestyle. And during this time that we've been dealing with global diseases, it's very important for us to apply this. So now back to just the story before we finish of your journey in breaking record.
Yes.
Running from Dar es Salaam, Ubungo
to Morogoro.
Dapakamoro. I want to hear that story. Yes. From the beginning.
Of course, it's an inspiration story.
Yes.
Even as when we introduced it, that we are going to make a land that's going to be from Ubungo, Dar es Salaam to Morogoro, some people didn't even believe.
Wow.
It was a shock almost everywhere. Not only in Tanzania, but even across borders. As we know that we are now in a global village.
Yes.
Anything that bless up here, in no time it transpires to everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was a shock. And of course, some people believed that it couldn't be made. But we were sure that we are going to make it. At last, my club, we are 2 coaches in a club. Of course, in Tanzania, it's the only club with the professional coaches.
Wow, okay.
The global runners.
Very nice.
The only club in Tanzania, I want to make this clear.
Yeah.
The only learning club in Tanzania that got professional coaches. And of course, we are 2.
Very nice.
So we had done preparations. We were sure with our people. They have tried not only to meet the learning of that more, but our programs, you don't think it is something you can make overnight.
Yeah, no.
No.
Tutakokota.
It's not something you can make overnight.
Right.
It is something we had prepared our people. We had trained them for a long time. They had done some miles below, and we are sure that now for that more, of course, we had different categories of miles.
Okay.
But none of them was below 100 kilometers.
Wow.
It was from 100, some made 120, some 150, and the 4 of us made 185. 2 coaches and 2 learners.
Amazing. How did you feel when you were doing the run? You know, I mean, how long was it?
185 kilometers for 18 hours.
18 hours straight
on the road, straight, non-stop. Of course,
how were you feeling?
We could stop for some few minutes for some foods, for some drinks, to refuel for the energy we needed to push us to that end.
Right.
But it was non-stop.
What was going through your mind during that time? Do you reach at some point where you feel like I'm tired, or is it a piece of cake for you?
It's a piece of cake, I can say, but though it's not that much simple. But for example, for all of us who made the 185 kilometers, no one has ever been below 150.
Wow.
We had been with several training, several learnings. We had done the so we call 3 digits, a learning which is above 100 kilometers. We had done several of them, so we are sure that now we want to get to that level.
Wow.
The 185.
185. So you had been doing, trainings for 150.
Of course.
So don't try this at home, if you've not been doing training. But if you do want to do training, feel free to join their running clubs, like we're saying, Global Road Runners. You can join and you guys train until you get to this level?
Of course. When you come, we will take you to where you want to be.
Okay.
You will have to tell us your targets or your wishes. Now it's our obligation to nurture that wish.
To get to your goal.
To get to you there.
Okay, and what is it about running? For example, for people who are just wondering, okay, how is it that you get the strength to do something like this?
Of course, first of all, the training.
Physical training.
You have to do the training. You have to be with the strong muscles. You don't think with your weak muscles you are going to make it. No, my friend, don't try. Make sure you are well trained, you are strong enough to get there. And of course, your muscles will lead you.
Yes.
Even if you wish to make something, but if your muscles can't make it, you won't make it. It will tell you that they will exactly tell you that now that's your upper limit.
Right.
You can't go more.
Okay.
You end up there. But with the training, increasing miles after some time, you are going to make it. So you don't think somebody, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We start slow, we glow up, we become.
Yeah. But it's also more of mind.
Yes. Psychology, the psychology has got a lot to do with your body can perform.
Okay.
You first perceive it in your mind. Then if your mind accepts, your body can respond.
Wow. If you can perceive it in your mind, your body will respond.
Will respond.
And that's how you've been able to build up to where you are.
Of course.
So what's the secret behind your success so far as a long distance runner, as an athlete actually representing Tanzania? And I really pray that, you get that kind of international recognition, because what you're doing is absolutely phenomenal. What's your secret, Coach Katemba?
My secret. Now, I don't even have to tell it, but nothing more. I'm determined.
Wow.
The determination.
Determination.
That's my big secret.
Wow.
My determination and the strong mind. As I've tried to narrate it. The strength in your mind will push your body to where you want to be. And of course, the body has got the capacity to respond. The body is so muscular enough to take you to whatever the mind perceives.
Amazing. What does the future look like as we just close off? What does the future look like for you as a coach? What does the future look like also for running clubs like Global Road Runners?
What I see, Tanzania is becoming, we are soon going to have super runners. We are trying hard to do whatever we can to make those runners competitive ones, record breakers. We need to hold the hands together.
Yeah.
Let's hold the hands together. Right. Let's support each other. I'm a coach. I don't have resources, but I know the good runners whom, if are groomed, can make records. Let's join hands.
Wow.
Be the government, be privates, whomever think can make it. Let's join hands. We are going to take Tanzania to higher levels. Amazing.
So we can have people join in and support this cause. That's an amazing story. Thank you so much for tuning in with us, for coming and sharing your story with us and teaching us so many things.
I do thank you a lot for giving me this opportunity.
I'm totally inspired, and I'm seriously going to look for you because I want to get back into sports.
You are warmly welcome, and I'm ready and available.
I'm signing up myself. So one last word, if you can look at the camera and tell the young people of Tanzania watching you, what is one word that you can tell them?
You are a Tanzanian. You think you can make your life through learning. Let it be perceived on your mind. Your body has nothing to do with the incapabilities. You see, your mind. Let your mind perceive it, accept it, consult the coaches, see what we can do. I'm sure that dream of yours can be nurtured and you become whom you want to become.
That was Coach Katemba on Life Happens with Bahati Joyce, inspiring us with his story that is touching so many young Tanzanians. He is coaching Tanzania on not just long distance running, but so many other things. And his dream is to build Tanzanian athletes who can represent our nation on the global platform. So that's what we do here on Life Happens with Bahati Joyce. We take life head on and we make it happen, bringing you the best of Africa. Stay tuned with us. We have so many more exciting things coming up.